Now, the Perth homeowners finding a fortune in their backyards. As the city continues to grow, land close to the city is becoming rarer and more valuable. Graham Butler reports for people with big blocks or savvy investors, there's money to be made in subdivisions if you know where to look and what to do.
I think there's a very big housing shortage at the moment.
People are basically looking to subdivide to improve the value of their properties.
In the 1950s, this was the great Australian dream. A big house on a big block. And why not? Perth was a little city with plenty of room. The population was just over 300,000. Today, it's a different story.
Population growth is a massive factor contributing to this. So there's more people coming in, birth rates increasing, and basically people want to live close to the city, and the answer to that is to then build in.
And that means slicing up the backyard. Vanessa de Groot from Australian Property Investor magazine says subdividing is becoming increasingly popular for homeowners and investors.
Basically, the property market has been flat for some time now, so people are looking at ways to improve the value of their property rather than just sitting back and waiting. So renovation is one, but subdivision is a really big up-and-coming way to do that.
Ideally, you want to be able to find a property where you can retain the existing house, clean up the back area, do a battle axe or corner site development, where the money that you're spending on your purchase, you're not then demolishing to get rid of bricks and mortar that you've paid for.
Trevor Dunkley from Property Wizards says infill suburbs are becoming increasingly popular in Perth.
From an investor point of view, timing-wise, this is actually a very, very nice time to be active and in the market and preparing yourself for the upswing that's coming.
If you can cut your block in two, build more properties, that increases the value of the property. And if you rent them out, it can also obviously improve the yield, which means you're getting more money in your pocket.
Australian Property Investor magazine has identified the Perth suburbs with the most potential for subdivision. Nollamara, Kewdale, Morley, Dianella, Rivervale, Innaloo, Bayswater, Scarborough, Mosman Park, Subiaco, Claremont and Nedlands.
It's actually quite affordable at the moment, and now's a good time to be getting in. So some of the suburbs that we've listed are under 500,000. I think Nollamara is actually under the median house price for Perth, so you can get in at just over 400,000, subdivide, make some profits there.
But subdivision potential will depend very much on your local council and zonings.
So you definitely need bigger blocks of land, so 800 square metres or more, you're pretty much going to be guaranteed to do some sort of subdivision, depending on the suburb and the council area.
We bought this for the sole reason of subdivision.
Richard Larson recently took the plunge into property investment. He bowled over an old house he bought in Rivervale and put 3 houses on the block.
The block is 900 square metres and the zoning was R30 when we purchased it, so we basically paid land value for it.
Many subdivisions are battle axe blocks, but Richard was looking for something he could do more with. Richard, how important was getting a corner block for your subdivision?
Oh, it was very important. I was informed that a corner block allowed you to build single stories with enough space because the driveways are able to be independent and straight to the road, as you can see, which frees up room.
So you're putting 3 on as opposed to possibly 2?
Correct, yes. When you run a driveway down the side of other blocks, it does eat into valuable space, which can force a 2-storey development. The returns are still good, but not as good as a corner block with single stories.
But like any investment opportunity, subdividing comes with risks and costs.
The subdivision on average probably cost you somewhere between $35,000 and maybe $50,000 to do. That's your clearing, bringing in services, getting things ready for builders to move on site.
You need to make sure you've done your figures to death. You've added it all up. What is the profit going to be before you actually go and outlay that money?
Everything comes together. Get on with it and make it happen. Don't procrastinate.
You can find those details on our website.